Why are you not in your uniform?
Because if I'm wearing it and paddling the boat, when the sweat gets inside, it will not be good.
Sometimes we get here maybe in the middle of nowhere and you see them driving in a very reckless manner and you can't ask them to stop.
Our main motivation is the students. We want to help them because if we said we will not come, who will be willing to come?
In the serenity of the Adan Islands in Ghana lies a struggle to access education. Students and some teachers commute daily from the mainland Adanfo to schools on the islands of Azizakwe, Alokpem, Aflive, Pediatokope, and Tuanikope, where each journey is a delicate balance between determination and danger. Each day, as the first light breaks over the horizon, the hustle and bustle begin in Adan. The students gather at the banks of this portion of the Volta River for this routine journey they have grown accustomed to. They eagerly wait for the boats that will ferry them across the water to the islands where their schools are situated. While some are not shaken at all by this daily adventure, others dread it. Umar Kwashi is a final year junior high school student who commutes to school in a rowboat from Azizakwe to other islands such as Pediatokope.
So this is your own boat.
Yes. So sometimes it is risky when I don't wear the life jacket. Crossing the river is dangerous because me and my little sister, last my friends crossing the river going to school. It is extremely hard
Why are you not in your uniform?
because if I'm paddling the boat, I'll get sweat and my uniform too. If I'm wearing it and paddling the boat, when the sweat gets inside, it will not be good. So I have to remove it, and then if I reach there, I'll clean myself before I wear it again. So me being the final year student completing the school, it has been hard for me to learn because after school I have to come to the house and do some house chores. In the evening too, tired, and I cannot even have a time to learn.
Some teachers who cross the Volta River from Adanfo to Alokpem DA Basic School recount some anxious moments.
Crossing the river from the mainland to the island is not easy because sometimes you'll be on the river during rainy season and you encounter storm. So when it's rainy, we advise ourselves not to come. And when we are on the island like this and it's rain too, we don't cross. Sometimes we'll be on the middle of the river and the our motor is to just stop. Yes, and it's very scary.
Looking at the period we are in now, which is a rainy season, when the weather becomes dark a little, the other colleagues teachers start calling me to find out if you are going or not. So we have to look at the weather. If it's early in the morning, then we have to wait for a while for the weather to become, because the river is always rough when it is windy. Sometimes we have faced several challenges when we closed from school, we're going home, and then it started raining on the river. We were beaten mercilessly by the rain. And even when we got to where the sea is closer to the river, the boat is not stable. So almost everyone on board are being afraid, because we are afraid, thinking that we are going to lose our lives. So sometimes you have to be careful when we are crossing the river because of the stormy weather. When teachers are posted here, they are afraid because of the nature of the river. Some stay for just 1 year and they are seeking for reposting. Because of that, we even lack teachers here. We don't have enough teachers in most of the classrooms. So this is a big challenge that we face. If we should even have a bungalow in the school. Some of the teachers are willing to sacrifice to stay behind and then stay in the bungalow. Probably during the weekend, they will go back home. But because we don't have the bungalow, it's even affecting academic work. Those in Form 3 now, we want to help them. Maybe after school, we want to stay behind and teach them, but we have both issues. If we should stay behind, then it means we have to cross by using a canoe, which is even more dangerous than the harbor motor.
Madame Roselyn Suga, who takes this route to school every day, laments the recklessness of some boat operators.
You know, crossing it once in a while is okay, but when it becomes something you do daily, it becomes a risk.
Has there been a situation where you get up in the morning and you be like, oh God, am I going to do this again?
Oh yes, especially when it's cloudy or when it rains. We don't want to cross because sometimes the rain comes with wind. And one thing about these commercial boats also is sometimes it overloads. I've got videos. It overloads. Sometimes the way they drive it, you see, I don't know who is responsible for checking, because I know with driving, you need to get a driver's license. But with the boats, if you get to the riverside, whoever that has a boat, you will have to join, and you don't know whether they are experienced or not. So sometimes we get here maybe in the middle of nowhere and you see them driving in a very reckless manner, and you can't ask them to stop. And every day we have to be shouting, you know, health-wise, it's not good for us because we get really scared.
Some women in the community who also shared their experiences said the dangers associated with their movement on the water include the unpredictable weather.
Our church members are there, and we have a branch there. So we have been paying, visiting, or going to church, fellowship with them, with us women fellowship and programs.
If you are going, some of our members, they don't want to go because they fear the river, so they don't want to go. If there's bridge here, it will be easy to cross. So we need bridge.
Because sometimes you come and the boat is not full. You just stay here and sit for a long time.
In 2023, the Adan East Office of the National Disaster Management Organization NADMO reported a tragic boat accident that claimed the lives of 4 individuals out of the 100 people on board.
When those accidents begin to occur, then the issue of life jackets came into being. In fact, questions came up, were the people in life jackets, and if they were in the life jacket, how come do they had accident in the river and they drowned and died? Life jacket here is very costly, and looking at the economic situations of this area, people barely afford life jackets for their boats. And then we realized the local boat operators who operate on the river, they take passengers and then they take money, can also afford life jackets because it's very, very costly. And so it became a challenge for the district and the traditional area. And so we are taking steps in collaboration with the chief fishermen for various landing beaches and then the local boat operators over here. We are meeting them and then we are putting our heads together to make sure that the issue of life jacket here in the district becomes something of the past.
Some head teachers of the island schools told GBC News they don't have adequate number of teachers.
The school is situated on island of Adan East District. Being the island community, the teachers working in the school, most of them or almost all of them are living on the mainland. Being able to come to school by 7:45 is impossible. To travel from Kase to the riverside at Adanfo, sit in the boat to arrive here at 7:30 is impossible. So they always come to school late, which there's nothing we can do about it. And this lateness is affecting the kids academically because almost the first period is gone before they arrive in the school. I am the only teacher living on the island here. So early morning like this, I have to come to the school, monitor the children's activities in the school before other teachers come to join. So because we are lacking this first period small, it's affecting the kids. So we'll be grateful if there will be any NGO, government agents or any benevolent to come to our aid by building teachers accommodation for us on the island, which can house about 6 or 10 teachers, and it will boost our performance as well.
Some of the teachers say they are giving off their best despite logistical challenges.
Due to the distance that the children walk to school every day, they walk 2 hours and they come to school very late, and we are not able to complete the task given to us in the course of the day. First, when I came, I never understood why these kids come to school late. So give them a corrective measures by either allowing them to work at the lavatory, or they do sweeping just to keep the compound clean. But I once followed one child. We walked 2 hours, 30 minutes. Since then, I had a different change of mind about these kids that walk 2 hours to school every day. They sleep in class. Even this morning, I was teaching maths. They were all sleeping. Well, but what do? You have to use action song, but they are tired. They help their parents in doing the clamps deep into the night, so they are exhausted.
Our main motivation is the students. We want to help them to become better person in future. Yes, they are our main motivation, because if we said we will not come, who will be willing to come?
Me being a teacher here also serve as a role model for our students. I was once a student like them on the same island where still there is no light, meaning they can also make it to be a doctor or a teacher as I am. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter where you are coming from or who you are. If you set a goal to make it, you can make it. So far as I also set a goal and make it to be a teacher at Alokpe.
This area is among riverine communities in Ghana that suffer both disasters. Life is difficult in such areas. Acquiring education in places like this requires iron determination and sacrifice. They deserve attention from government and development partners.